on.
So this is funny. We got CakeAssault against Drewsephix. I have never met Drew in person.
Right.
I run into Drew all the goddamn time on the rank ladder. Always plays this black and red glitch Orcane.
Oh
and
boy.
We got a back and forth set history. I feel like wins against me more than he loses against me. But my perspective is that can kind of be a bit of a flowcharty player. But it's going to be pushed to his limit here, I think, by Cake. Because also, I'm someone, and most people, kind of struggle dealing with, oh man, we might just stock it, right?
I was going to say, that was a forced puddle right there, yeah. And Cake is so good at really, like, forcing a ton of scenarios and a ton of pressure on you. Just like, he's a very aggressive player. So I feel like against a character like Orcane that might want to play a little more out of space or use the droplet more to play a little more defensively, more set play oriented, can really kind of feel overwhelmed by someone that plays Forsburn like Cake.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, you know, granted, I'm playing Locks. A lot of the time I'm chasing Drew, right? And Drew's just like throwing puddle, popping bubbles, throwing puddle, popping bubbles. But against someone like CakeAssault, that's not going to work. So you're going to have to kind of match him tit for tat, right? Or, and that's a perfect way to get things started, but also, you see CakeAssault's SDI on up throw was phenomenal. I think if you're Drew here, you got a down throw, bro.
Ooh, for sure. Also, just a note on that edge guard. Drew kind of just slowly fell to the ledge, and Cake was like, oh, I mean, if you're just going to do that, then I'm just going to run off back at you. Like, you kind of have to be ready that, like, someone like Cake is going to challenge you going to the ledge, like, every single time.
Yeah, especially now that Orcane got those changes. It's like,
oh, yeah.
You best believe that, like, I'm trying to hit you before you get a chance to get back on the stage.
The recovery changes were big for Orcane, so it really gives a character like Forsburn the ability to bully them off stage. Double cape down tilt into the reverse back air, and that's going to be the second stock already. Cake at 133. Drew not able to clean it up. No down strong punish off of the down strong whiff.
Yeah, that's surprising because, I mean, Cake, the moment we're at these low percents here, because of that change that happened 2 or 3 patches ago where strong attacks cannot be 4-hug, Forsburn and especially CakeAssault will be letting that down strong rip.
Oh, for sure, because that is a fantastic move.
Guaranteed hard knockdown.
Yeah, it's guaranteed.
Oh.
And out of certain moves, like, you can just convert off it. Like, we almost saw right there.
Trying to get the snare 1 follow-up.
Oh,
not quite able to get it
now, but not going to follow up off it.
Oh my God.
What's crazy is the cape also covered the tech away, too.
Yeah, I think you get baited there as Drew, right? Where, like, you don't get hit by the cape, so you probably think, oh, I'm going to be able to get shield up in time. And no, you don't.
I bet you anything now that Cake's introduced up strong, he's just going to waveland down strong onto those platforms.
Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah,
like,
just to kind of mix up the layers.
41 just
41
like that.
Flown forward strong, forward cape down strong. I think. Oh my! Let the water dog down. Let him touch the stage.
Oh, this is tough. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, Drew having a terrible game too. The start. Oh, that's gonna be this.
Caramba! Immediately parrying the bubbles and the droplet afterwards. Said, okay, I guess we both fall with invincibility now. I feel like this is one of Cake's like stronger stages that he likes to play on.
No, I think this is a fantastic stage for Forsburn, to be honest. Primarily because of that moving top platform means that there's always a spot for Forsburn to retreat full smoke that you can't do anything about quickly in, right? And so now we're watching, I mean, Drew having a really tough time. I was telling you before that based off of my interactions against Drew and Rank, a lot of the gameplay revolved around that puddle. But Cake has proven that, like, he's willing to parry and play around that confidently with ease, and it feels like Drew doesn't have the answers to box with Cake.
Yeah, it feels like Drew is playing a little bit intimidated, understandably so, because again, like, I feel like there's a psychological aspect when you go against like one of the best players in the game. Like, there's a mental barrier there that you kind of have to overcome.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mental barrier. It's also like when do you find your moment, right? Goes for the down strong. There we go. Yeah, right. I think that down strong is the name of the game for Drew here. You know, the up throw, not bad, but I learned from CakeAssault that, like, you can SDI the up throw in one direction, and then at the very end, SDI in the other direction. Orcane's just missed the follow-up every time. See, he goes for an up throw there, you get what? Or was that a puddle pop? Either way, just one hit, right? And that's like,
that's kind of it.
That's kind of it, right? You're getting mixed too hard there. Down throw, you can go for a tech chase, maybe really extend that into something. We'll see.
Yeah, and even then, we see CakeAssault attacking away on every down throw that Drew even gets off the grab. So there's really not a whole lot that Orcane can really do to get a follow-up there, too. So it's just a bit of an uphill battle. But when Drew is scrapping, when he's going in and playing more button-oriented and less a bit of a grab game, we're seeing combos like that come through, and we're seeing more signs of life, which is honestly fantastic. Nice. There we go. And see, just like that, it's last stock. But I think Drew's starting to understand, okay, no, Cake is kind of like vulnerable. He is human. It's still Forsburn, you know? Like, I could still kind of like get my licks in where I get the chance. I just need to be more confident about going in on it.
And you can see, like, last game.
No.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough, right? Because Drew is in a really hard position because you're at like 101%, so that means you don't have access to floor hug. And that also means, I mean, from the side of Cake, Cake was like, yeah, my win condition here is I'm just going to sit in the middle of the stage and I'm going to spam back air and down air over and over. And then if there's something I can punish, I'm just going to down strong it, right? Like, you don't have to think very hard. You get to hold down the entire time. If Drew does something that's floor huggable, you can floor hug down strong.
Oh my,
quick 40 again. He's not even getting to use floor hug as a mechanic.
No, that is, I think, because he's using floor hug as a mechanic. Cake's like, oh, if you're just going to hold down on these moves, I'm just going to take the 3%. And I think because, again, like he's doing Cape forward strong, Cape down strong. Again, strongs can't be floor hugged. So you're just taking a ton of percent for almost no reason. But as I say that now, Cake's taking a ton of percent right back.
Getting shield grabbed a lot for these back airs. They're not really spaced well enough. There we go. Calling out Cake for going for the double forward air on the shield there against that in air. Has to be careful on the DI on these down tilts. You get caught with the DI in on a down tilt. That just might be the shock.
Oh, good spacing on the F tilt there, just to keep it safe. But like you mentioned before, it's scary. When Force has smoke up like that, and like, you can't tell what he's gonna do, a player like Cake will make you just question your entire life in that zone.
Yeah, it's really hard to see what's going on. No punish. Okay, and up tilt's all we get. Unfortunate. That needed to be way stronger for punish. Maybe a strong attack, a conversion of some kind from a down tilt, up tilt, something. But instead, CakeAssault given all the room and the combust at 54%. So snag that stock and put it into CakeAssault's pocket.
That was robbery of the highest order, but at this point, Cake is running away with game 3. Said, okay, game 2 was a little too close for comfort. I gotta give this man a little more respect.
Just gonna cover the puddle here, gets the down air. It burned to pop up. Slides off on the platform, manages to get a reversal off of it. Drew able to take one.
Yeah, I'm loving that conversion into the upper there, but right now this is a very large hill to climb, and I think that's going to be all she wrote with the down air spike. Cake taking it 3-0 with a JV3 at the end.
This was the only path.
That's tough.
It's tough because it's CakeAssault too. Like, some people will be like, could have done better, and it's like, that's the 2 seed for like a reason, you know? Like, he's a multi-major winner for like a reason. That's nothing. Like, you still kind of hold your own in that regard.
Yeah, no, I mean, Drew definitely was fighting, right? I mean, CakeAssault, obviously a different piece. But then I go back, I think, like, what could have Drew done better there? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's hard to say because, like, I just feel like Drew didn't get enough opportunities to successfully pop Cake up, right? And, like, do I blame Drew for that or do I blame CakeAssault's defense? It's going to be a bit of both, right? Where, like, obviously CakeAssault, you know, understands defensively what he a lot of the time to make sure that he's not being popped up in particularly hard scenarios. And so you'll see Drew get maybe like an air. That's it, right?
Yeah,
You know, we're not seeing like up tilt juggles. We're not seeing, you know, down tilt being able to be converted off of in very meaningful capacities. So like, it feels like when you go up against a player whose defense is strong like this, it's really hard to find any meaningful opening. And when, you know, you like to rely on your projectile as something that kind of gives you those openings, and they've effectively made you feel as if it's been rendered useless, what do you do? Like, this was actually a pretty good sequence for Drew in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then it got reversals.
Oh, yeah. I think what we saw in game 2 is probably the best sort of take on what Drew could do better, was that, like, we saw a lot more scrapping. We saw a lot more, like, confidence in going in with buttons versus like trying to use the puddle a lot more and trying to use the grapple a lot more to make those openings happen. when he started to cross up with things like down air and started to cross up with like nair bounce and stuff, that was when we started to really kind of see those openings come to fruition. But the moment he started playing more defensively or started questioning himself, it sort of fell apart because then Cake takes the momentum and starts running with it full throttle like that. Yeah, like the moment he's able to just kind of get back in and take the tempo for himself, Cake just runs with it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things too, is that like Cake, it just presses buttons good. But I mean that like quite literally from the timing, right? Like is able to pick up on his opponent's timing in which they like to press buttons and then challenge them on that timing. So there were a lot of moments, like that one stock that led into the combust at like 54% was off of Drew's punish game, right? But Drew was just like a little bit too slow on a punish, and then CakeAssault mashed forward air out of hit stun, then converted that into like 3 or 4 more, and then Drew was off stage, and then boom, stock gone,
Drew
right?
off stage at 54. That was such a tragedy. And again, like you mentioned, it's off of his punish game. Like your punish has to be on point because Cake's a person who like knows this game basically in and out. Someone like